Alright, what's up guys? Got home today and I got my package delivered from DNT Optics. They sent me over, let's see here, DNT Optics Day-Night Technologies. Sent me over the scope, so we're going to open it up. And I might be opening it upside down. It doesn't say on the package which side's up and which side's down, so I'm just kind of guessing here. This is hard to do with one hand. Probably would also help if I had a sharp knife, but my $7 Walmart knife is what we got. Those aren't trail. Alright. So here what we got. Good night. There we go, just dropping stuff. I think I did open it upside down. Alright, this says rechargeable batteries. So what do we have here? We got the cord. That's a C charger with a USB-N. You got a 2-port battery charger and it's hard to do this with one hand. Here's the batteries. Got the 5 amp hour. Gosh, I can't get this thing to focus. But yeah. 21700. Alright. Comes with 2 of those batteries. We'll have to get them things on the charger here pretty quickly. This is the first night vision scope that I've done. DNT Optics, day and night. Got the Zulus V2 quick start. So then this here is your little quick start packet. Shows you where your buttons are. Power button, infrared mode switch button, menu button, pip button, record button, and the menu settings. Alright, then it gives you a step-by-step on how to connect. Pretty simple and straightforward. Gives you some codes that you can scan so you can get it right on your phone there. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. I'll turn the stove off. It's going to take a few minutes. Should have done that before I started doing the video, but oh well. What do we got here? Okay. Got your lens cleaning cloth with their logo on it. That's pretty sweet. That comes in handy. One device, endless possibilities. Okay. So what do we have here? Okay, so that was your quick start, and now this is your actual owner's manual or instruction manual. Safety instructions, gives you a whole breakdown. We're not going to go through this whole thing. Not yet. If I need to go through it during this, I will. But right now we're going to leave that out. Oh man, this thing looks sweet. So there's the mount. Let's take the mount out first. What do we got here? Another Type-C charger with a USB-N. Eventually I'll grow up and figure out a good way to take these videos, you know, with it all propped up. Comes with your Allen key with a hex head on it. Little baggie with your mounting bolts, screws. Good night. And there's the mount rail right there. Mounts on a standard Picatinny rail. I'll say that much, I really like this. 30 inch-pounds, so it tells you your torque spec. 0 MOA. Let's see. Amanda, you want to hold this for me real quick so I can pull this out? I don't want to try pulling it out with one hand.
Here, look at you guys.
Alright. So here we go. DNT Optics. Zulus V2 HD. There's your infrared light. I'm very unfamiliar with night vision. I've done stuff with thermals, never with night vision. I flip over. Oh, wow. Oh, I like that. Alright, well, there's the first look at it. I have to dig into this because I don't really know anything about it yet. So once I dig into it, I can make the rest of the video on how to operate it and give more details. But there's the first look at it. There's the unboxing. Man, this is pretty sweet. Really well built. You can just tell holding it, you know, really good build quality on it. So I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put this on, and I will make a video with further instructions and further insight on it pretty soon. Thanks for watching. So what we're doing here is I have a DNT sent me this, by the way. I have a DNT Zulus V2 HD. This thing's sweet. I've taken it out a couple times. There's going to be some videos being posted of that pretty soon. We've taken it out coyote and fox hunting, primarily fox hunting, but you know, if a coyote came in, I would feel very comfortable shooting one within 100 yards. So there's that. There's the, like I said, the Zulus V2 HD 5x20. You flip that lens up there. And there will be a more extensive video on this, but just a little quick run through. This has a laser rangefinder. It has a built-in infrared light. I know a lot of these do. I'm very new to the night vision. I've done a couple things with thermal, but this is my first experience with night vision, and I'm very, very impressed with it. So the rangefinder right here, just hit that button. It'll tell you, you know, where your target is. And as it's moving in, it'll move and adjust with it. It also has a built-in ballistics calculator. Like I said, I'm still getting into it. It's brand new. I've only used it a couple times, and I haven't really messed with it. But the thing's pretty sweet. One thing I will say on it, though, is depending on the circumstances, the infrared light in here does really, really well on its own. There's no issues with it. You can definitely take it out and use that on its own, and you'll be able to do whatever you need to do with it. But if you want to be able to see just a little clearer at a little bit, longer distance, and depending on conditions, rain, sleet, snow, anything like that, an exterior IR light is going to do wonders for you in certain conditions, like fog and stuff like that. It was a little foggy the first night that I took it out, and I could still see well. The fog doesn't really mess with you that well. It just kind of plays tricks on it a little bit once you get out to like 200 and past that. But with this light here, I just have one of my Ode Pro lights on there. I believe this one is the Ode Pro KL52. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, it's the 52. The KL52 Plus. I have my IR 850 light in there. And that really, it makes a big difference once you get out at those farther distances. And especially if you have any kind of tricky conditions going on. But yeah, this is my Fox rig right now. I'm shooting Remington 32 grains out of it, ballistic tips. And it does a great job on paper. I guess I can just say on paper because I haven't shot anything with it this year.
Whenever you're confident, try to get to stop. Did you kill it?
He took off running.
He's coming in, Steve.
We took that Glenfield Model A 243, this Arca rail on. I also took this old piece of Picatinny rail with M-lock that I had. I chopped it down. I took out the connector piece for a sling. I put in a like a nut housing in there. I ran a bolt up through to hold this in place so that I could put the flashlight on here, and of course the DNT Zulus 5-20. Alright, so we got the new Whip Machine Dirty 30 suppressor on the Glenfield Model A 243 with the DNT Zulus V2 5x20. I need to check and see what kind of a difference the suppressor makes as far as, so this is a free floating barrel, so with that extra weight on there, it's going to change my point of impact. So we're going to see what the difference is and see what I need to adjust on it. Alright, so we're recording now. I'm going to go ahead and just adjust this thing just to see if I can get it any clearer. I think right there is as clear as I'm going to get it. So we're going to be testing my audio on this too. So this is just me talking into it, and I'm about to fire it with the new suppressor from Whip Machine, the Dirty 30 on it. We're going to be checking the zero because the heavy suppressor probably changed where my point of impact is. So we're locked and reloaded and ready to fire. So it definitely makes a difference. To me, at least, it protects my hearing a little bit. But it's nowhere near as quiet as Steve's suppressor or Ryan's suppressor. Alright, well, we're going to go down there and check that. From the looks of it, it looks like I still nailed the center, so we're going to go check it out. Safety's on. Just to be safe, I'm going to release the magazine and eject the bullet out of there. So now we're clear and empty. Alright, so I don't know what the heck I was seeing, but I thought that I had a spot here, and I mean, you guys could see it in the video. I thought it looked like that, but my point of impact did change a little bit, which is a good thing, because that means I can adjust it and show that in the video. But I've got 2 here, 1 here. So I'm going to adjust it over probably 3 inches to the left and 3 inches up, or 2.5 inches up. Alright, so let me go in here and I don't know if that was actually recording the whole time I was doing that, which kind of sucks because I really thought that I could record while I was doing the other stuff. Okay, so unfortunately, turns out I can't record how to do this just on the screen. So here you would just here to adjust your shot, so say you wanted to go right here and adjust, you would, oh, hold on, go down, freeze the screen, and then we're just going to use the X and Y axes to adjust. So I'm going to adjust over to right here, and then I'm going to use the Y, and I'm going to adjust it up. Now I'm where I want to be. Go down, hit save, and now my position is saved on there. So that's how you adjust your zero using that scope. Now the cool thing about that is if you go over to zeroing here, you can see there are zeroing profiles. That one was 3 because I don't have anything saved on 3. But this one is saved for my 243. And number 1 is saved for my 22 mag. So as long as you use the same ammo and stuff, I could just take this scope off, put it back on my 22 mag, and I'm already set. I'm already sighted in for that. So then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 profiles. So if you really, you could have this sighted in for 5 different guns, or do like what I'm gonna do, and my 22 mag, I'm sighted in with I think it's 33 or 32 grain Remingtons. But you could also use, like, say I wanted to use 50 grain CCI or 40 grain. I could use 40 grain CCI. I think it's the CCI Maxi Mags. But I could also, so I could have another profile set up with that. And then I could have, you know, I could, for my 243, I could run 120 grain out of it on a different profile. And once it's all sighted in and everything, and you save it in there, you save it in with the ballistics off of your gun, and you're set. Like, once it's saved, I'd be like, oh, you know, I ran out of 75 grain, so I'm going to use 120 grain today. Or I'm going to target something bigger, so I want to use 120 grain. You can just toggle over. You don't have to re-sight in your gun. You just do it once and then done. That's really nice about it. I really like that. So then another cool thing this scope does is it has a ballistic calculator. And so what I did is I punched in all of my information, you know, what kind of rifle it is, my zero distance, my scope height, my twist rate, the velocity. You can get all the information for your ammunition right off of the box. But so you put in all your stuff here, and then it'll give you your ballistic calculations, and it'll show it on the screen there. It'll tell you how much you need to drop and where to aim and everything. So that's pretty sweet. So if you go right back into here, you go to that same panel here, you go down from connections, past zeroing, reticle settings, ballistic calculator. Go over in your ballistic calculator, turn that on. Gosh, let's see if I can get this thing to. But you go into your ballistic data settings, and as you can see, it has all the information that I punched in on the app. You can do it on the app on your phone, or you can do it manually on the scope itself. But go to aiming, so you can do your holdover. You can do your dial in. You can change all that. It's pretty sweet stuff. Personally, I haven't really had an opportunity to really test that out yet and do it in the field. So if I get a chance and I can upload some videos of that, I'll drop a link right here. If not, just keep your eye out and I'll post a video on that in the future. Thanks, guys.